The next time you check into a hotel room, whether it is a cheap roadside motel or a 5-star luxury resort, you will likely walk over to the closet and find a heavy steel safe. You will place your passport, your emergency cash, and your expensive laptop inside. You will close the thick metal door, punch in a secret 4-digit code that only you know, and listen to the satisfying heavy clunk of the steel locking bolts sliding into place. You will walk out of that hotel room and go to the beach, feeling completely and totally secure. But what you do not know is that the heavy steel box in your closet is a terrifying illusion. Within seconds of you leaving the room, a complete stranger can walk in, bypass your secret code using a universally known back door, and empty the entire contents of your vault without leaving a single trace of forced entry. You have not protected your most valuable possessions. You have placed them into a perfectly engineered psychological trap. To understand why your hotel safe is actually one of the most vulnerable places on Earth, we have to look at the massive difference between real security and what experts call security theater. When you look at a hotel safe, your brain registers the visual cues of a bank vault. You see thick, cold steel. You see heavy, exposed hinges. You hear loud electronic beeps and the mechanical grinding of the deadbolts. All of these features are intentionally designed by manufacturers to make you feel safe. But a hotel safe is not a bank vault. It is a mass-produced, incredibly cheap electronic lockbox that hotels purchase in bulk for as little as $40 a unit. They are not designed to withstand a professional attack. More importantly, they are fundamentally designed around the concept of hospitality, which means they are designed to be easily bypassed. Here is the logistical nightmare of running a hotel. Every single day, guests are checking in and checking out, and every single day, tourists drink too much at the hotel bar, wake up the next morning, and completely forget the 4-digit code they typed into the safe the night before. Their flight leaves in 2 hours, their passport is locked inside the steel box, and they are panicking at the front desk. If hotel safes were truly secure, the hotel would have to hire a professional locksmith to bring in an angle grinder and physically destroy the safe to get the passport out. That would cost the hotel hundreds of dollars and ruin their equipment. Therefore, safe manufacturers had to build an invisible back door into every single unit they sell. They created what is known as a super user override, or a master code. When these safes roll off the massive assembly lines in overseas factories, they are programmed with a default factory master code. This code is hardwired into the motherboard of the keypad. On almost 90% of all hotel safes on the planet, this default factory master code is stunningly simple. It is usually either 000000 or 999999. When a hotel purchases a pallet of 200 safes, the instruction manual clearly states that the very first thing the hotel management must do is go into the administrator settings and change that default master code to a unique, highly secure number known only to the general manager. But hotels are chaotic businesses with incredibly high employee turnover. The maintenance workers who install the safes are usually rushed, underpaid, and overworked. So in thousands of hotels around the world, from cheap motels to luxury suites, they simply bolt the safe to the wall and throw the manual in the trash. They never change the factory code. This creates a hidden playground for professional hotel thieves. A professional hotel thief does not carry a crowbar. They do not wear a ski mask. They wear a polo shirt, they carry a clipboard, and walk through the hallways looking exactly like a maintenance worker or a hotel inspector. When a guest leaves for the day, the thief slips into the room, walks straight to the closet, and ignores whatever custom code the guest programmed. They simply hit the clear button twice, type in 00000000, and wait. The bank beeps, the green light flashes, and the heavy steel bolts slide open. The thief takes the cash, the jewelry, and the electronics. But the most devious part of this crime is what happens next. The thief closes the door and uses the exact same master code to lock the safe back up. When the guest returns to the room, the door is locked. There are no scratches on the metal. There is no shattered glass. The room looks completely undisturbed. The guest might not even open the safe again until the morning they're checking out. By the time they realize they've been robbed, the thief is hundreds of miles away, and the local police have absolutely zero physical evidence of a break-in. It is the perfect, untraceable crime. But the nightmare does not end with the digital code. Even if a highly competent hotel manager actually takes the time to change change the master code, the safe is still critically vulnerable to a physical bypass. Take a close look at the keypad on any hotel safe. Somewhere on the front panel, usually hidden behind a small plastic logo plate or a rubber plug, is a physical keyhole. This is the mechanical override. It's designed for situations where the internal batteries of the safe completely die, rendering the digital keypad useless. Every batch of safes comes with a physical master skeleton key that overrides the locking mechanism. In a perfectly secure world, this key would be locked in a heavy secondary vault in the manager's office. But in reality, this key is almost always tossed into an unlocked drawer behind the front desk, easily accessible to dozens of minimum wage employees, valets, and night auditors. Anyone with access to that drawer can quietly slip the key into their pocket, walk into your room, and empty your vault in total silence. The hard truth is that a hotel safe is not a security device. It's a deterrent. It's designed to keep an honest housekeeper honest by removing the immediate temptation of loose cash sitting on a bedside table. But against someone who actually wants what's inside, it's nothing more than a minor inconvenience. So the next time you walk into a hotel room, don't blindly trust the heavy steel door. Before you put a single dollar bill inside that box, close the empty safe, lock it with your own random code, and then type in 6 zeros. If the bolts slide open, you are standing in a compromised room. Grab your bags, march down to the front desk, and tell them exactly why you will not be staying there.